joining us. He said,
Here we go.
Rajendra is who, Anuraj?
no, sorry, not Rajendra. Rajendra Johal. He's it's 7:30 Swiss time. He's the one in I think he's in Zurich, if I remember rightly. So he mentioned that there's a peace event that he's holding in Switzerland, in Montreux, in
Yeah.
July.
Yeah,
And,
I reached out to him right away. I'm sure you
Yeah.
have guessed it.
I had a chat with him, and he said he will join today, so we could have him to explain us.
Wonderful. Let me send him a direct message. I'll be right back. So he has the link.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, did you see Claude 3 launched yesterday? Beat GPT-4?
No, I didn't see it.
You know Claude from Anthropic, right?
What happened?
There is an Anthropic company, which is a competitor made out of ex-OpenAI employees.
Mm-hmm.
And they built an AI called Claude. Claude has been called a constitutional AI. Then later on, you research that and find out what's the difference. And they've launched yesterday their third version called Claude 3, which in many benchmarks is allegedly better quality than GPT-4. Therefore, everybody's flocking into Claude 3 to test today. And
Right.
I wonder, since you have been up more hours than we have in Australia and US, if you had a chance to have played with it during the day today. Because I'm just about to get started.
Right. Yeah, no, unfortunately, I've my eyes have been playing up already a little bit, so I'm keeping minimal screen time right now. And
have you used the chat function of ChatGPT where you just use voice and no typing?
I haven't actually yet. So the real-time voice, right? Is that what it does?
Real-time voice, yeah. Basically, you just talk as if you're having a phone call with somebody else on the line.
Great, and it replies you immediately as a
Yeah.
audio.
And very elaborately and quite precisely. I would recommend you to try and see if it eases the load of your eyesight.
Sure. No, thanks for that. I think I heard about it, so I will definitely prioritize that. Yeah. Sounds good. So let's see if somebody else is
I
joining.
just sent the link, but let's see.
Yeah. I've also pinged him earlier saying we're on now. So, and I said Yeliz is sending you the link.
Yeliz,
so,
can you share your screen, please, and navigate to Alan Thompson's AGI countdown, please?
I do not know what you're referring to, but let me do this. Let me
lifearchitect.ai
one second. I'm making you
AGI.
Mario, I'm making you a co-host, so you can do that while I'm sending this link to.
Okay. Let me see if I can do that while I'm on the phone, because
and I'm making everyone, hold on one second. Anuraj, you are right now co-host as well. If you guys want to use any of the, also Ross. Okay, you guys are all co-host if you want to utilize the share screen. And let me send this link.
Do you see this, Ross? Are you in front of the computer? Is it easy for you to share your screen? Because I'm on the phone and I'm not being able to.
Oh, you're on the phone. Okay, well, I can try also. Let me.
No, I'm on my phone.
Okay. Basically,
Live-
the link I shared,
Yeah.
link I shared on WhatsApp is Alan Thompson's AGI countdown. I think
Okay.
we have an important subject to talk about because I think
Mhm.
we're getting to terminal velocity. Just
Oh.
the last, the June 2022, Alan had a video which I shared with everybody, but because of the clutter on the WhatsApp, nobody probably feedback, that he was talking to Lita. He was explaining the dilemma. Well, if AI is going to build AI, at what point will we consider that AI will build AGI? And Lita said 72%. Very precise answer.
Wow.
Now, Alan's been tracking in this website, and that's why I want you to share, that it's been reaching 70%. Now, what's important to know is that it started with 20% in 2017 with the launch of Google's Deep Transformer paper. It took 6 years till last January to go to 43%. In other words, it took 6 years to grow 23 percentage points, and it took 12 months from January last year to January this year to grow another 20%, to go from 43% to 65%. And it took 1 month from January to February for going to 65% to 70%. And we are in the precipice of 72%, which is, according to Lita, when AI will take over and build its AGI by itself.
Yeah.
Therefore, this can be the month where AGI will be built by AI.
Amazing how fast things have moved. And what about Elon Musk's latest AGI work, right? Also, right? Isn't there some new news from him? From
the only
Elon's?
news I have from Elon's businesses is basically the work he's doing on the Optimus robot, which has been growing steadily in abilities thanks to hardware and software. But that's about it.
Oh, okay.
The latest updates that in this website move the needle, according to Alan Thompson, were the text to video from Sora, the Gemini 1.5 with 10 million token context window. And I wonder what's he gonna do today based on Claude 3 that was launched yesterday. So it's possibly we're already 71%, not 70 anymore. So the thing is, are moving really, it took 6 years to do the progress we did the last 12 months. And it's taking a month. If it's moving 5% a month, by the end of the year, we will have AGI. And then the AGI will build that ASI because it doesn't stop with AGI.
Yeah.
So basically, this is the year of the inflection point. This is the year where we'll need a lot of wisdom to navigate the disruption.
Right.
Just for
right.
an example was a Swedish phone calling company. You know, those people that do phone call and customer support had 700 people job taken by AI last month. So another 700 people used to get phone calls that now AI manages by itself.
Yeah, right. I think that displacement and augmentation we knew was coming, so that's interesting.
The lack of money is not the problem. They still have the money to pay these 700 people. It's just they have to find a job for these 700 people that did not exist, because what they used to do is no
Yeah.
longer necessary. They do.
Right. Need to upskill. Yeah.
Guys, by the way, Rajendra is here,
Rajendra.
and he
Yeah.
says
Hi,
he's
Rajendra.
traveling, and he may lose network. So if you want to give
Yes.
him, yeah.
Sure. Hi, Rajendra. How are you doing?
Hi, Anuraj. I'm doing well.
Great.
Thanks very much for putting me online. Great to see you. And Mario, as usual, just wonderful to hear you speak and share your learnings.
Thanks.
s-
Whereabouts are you, Rajendra? Are you in Zurich?
in Switzerland.
Yeah.
No, right now from Bern, going down to Geneva.
Oh, I love that journey. Beautiful.
Yeah, yeah,
You're going
definitely.
past my favorite medieval village called Gruyere, which is the
Oh,
the
yes. It's
seeing that on your
wonderful.
head.
That's right.
Amazing.
Well, in short, I'm planning to do an event in July, in the outskirts of the Montreux Jazz Festival, and under the umbrella of cultural diplomacy, where we would like to get leaders from different countries, and also conflicting regions, to learn more about, compassionate leadership, conscious leadership, and mediation and de-escalation skills. So in a nutshell, it's that there may be two levels of leadership, one at the highest level, which might be a more close circle discussions, and one just below, which might include business people, civil society, potentially diplomats from Geneva, ministers, or people just interested in learning about conscious leadership, compassionate leadership, and mediation and de-escalation, conflict de-escalation skills. So we might have some musical events, and the point is not to do finger pointing and blaming, but rather to bring people from different perspectives together, to look at each other from eye to eye, to be able to have a handshake and share something beautiful together, like a piece of music or a theater piece or art, and to build an alumni that when they go home, they have somebody to call on the other side of the fence. So in a nutshell, it's that. And there's a high chances it will be held at the Caux Palace. You can easily look that up. It's CAUX palace.com. And that's just above Montreux. It's a beautiful building from 1902. And the Caux Palace, the Caux Foundation, also have very much similar vision and mission in terms of peace building or similar skills. So I'm trying to pull this together with the Ministry of Culture here in Switzerland as well. And chances are, some letters might also go to different ministers or ministries or offices of culture from other parts of the world. So in a nutshell, that's that. And then if you or anyone else in the team has some wishes or have shared goals, I'd be happy to hear them either today or as a continued part of the discussion, either on the chat or directly to myself. I'd be happy to follow through. Yeah, thanks.
Right. No, thanks, Rajendra. That sounds really wonderful. I've been to the Montreux Jazz Festival a few times when I lived in Lausanne, so it's a beautiful event, and doing it alongside that will definitely be quite a substantial and a good occasion, I think, to do something there. So I think what we've done in Wise Mirror, we did a World Peace Day event on 21st of September 2022. And this year we've got a couple of things planned. So one of them is coming up on April, which myself, Yaliz, and a few others are going to be in the. You might have seen the messages. It's the Gaia Arcadia Summit, which is coming up online, and that also has a theme of peace and love and compassion and many other and the broader sort of subject around spirituality and well-being. So there's that, which is it's a Sunday. You can just check the date. If I remember rightly, I think it was April 6th or something. I'll just have to double check what it was. But that's already, there are links on the Wise Mirror chat for that. It'd be great if you can also join in if you're able to on that one. And then we have another Rotary event in Singapore, which the plan was that either I would go or Yaliz might be able to make it there, and we're still working that out. And that's along with Dr. Ashok, who's the president for Rotary in his region, and we're liaising with him on that one. And then, of course, we wanted to do something for the Peace Day event later in the year, potentially, 21st of September. So those are sort of things. But I think, what is your date again in July? You're saying, is it first week or?
The Montreux Jazz happens around the first 3 weeks of July.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You're still figuring out the date for your.
Yeah. Because there'll be another event which is already scheduled at the Cole Palace or the Cole Foundation, which is on democracy during that time. So so we might do it before, most likely before or alongside that as well, depending on how public we open the discussions to. Yeah.
And what's the length of the event? How long were you going to plan?
I think it would be around 3-4 days, but for the ultra VIP, it might be a single day or maximum 2. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Also, it's a multi-day event. It's not a few hours in a
yes. Yeah.
Okay.
And there's an opportunity to host at the Cole Palace. I think there are about 180 rooms, but then there are also rooms down at Montreux as well. Yeah.
Okay.
Rajinder, very nice to meet you. I have received your direct reply as well. I'm going to reply back to you. And as in a nutshell, I have spoken on stages with people who are sharing love, peace for the world. And I do speak virtually and offline, like real world. So that's something that I can contribute, but I will send you a couple of options so that you can read and we can talk later on.
Yeah, that would be great. And
I was thinking maybe as Wise Mirror, we can do a joint entry,
that would be amazing.
Contribution.
Yeah, that would be amazing, Anuraj. And and I love to follow the events that you're also scheduling before that.
Sure.
So that maybe we can, cherry pick either peoples or processes that could be plugged in as well.
Maybe
Sure.
it can even be a Wise Mirror panel, like 3-4 of us there, something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Just like in the Gaia Arcadia Summit coming up in April.
Yep.
So because we have, I think, 2-3 hours over there on that one. So, and I think even if you see the recording from the Peace Day event we did, because we had music, we had really great combination of things that we'd pulled together, and Yaliz had really helped with collating a lot of the stuff with some of the great musicians, and then we all had some poems and talks and sharing of many things Wise Mirror, and during that I think it was a first off sort of a trial. We can refine that. We've taken learnings from there, but have a look through that recording. Actually, if you want, I can just paste the link to the recording here. It was on YouTube. Let me just find that. I'll paste the link here so you have it. So is there any other anything you could share in terms of other links, Rajendra, from the overall event or the?
Not at the moment. We're still
Okay.
refining it with our Ministry of Culture here.
Yeah.
But as soon as it does, I will definitely share it to you. Yeah.
Sure, yeah. So I think let's aim for, if we can do, because it may be hard to be there physically for us, we can do a online sort of thing jointly. I think Yaliz being in Europe, you may be able to make it there in person. Have a think. If you're able to, that'll be wonderful. You can fly the flag for Weissmara, or even Mario. Of course, you're also not far from there, right? So keep that in mind. I mean, once we know the exact dates and all that, then we can figure that out. And of course, we do have other people, Bettina and others in Europe also, Teresa, Bettina, who are in Munich and Austria, respectively. So we do have quite a few people in Europe there who can potentially even consider a physical presence. Let me just find this link here. So Rajendra, what other things are you working on right now? What's been the core of your work?
Apart from this, I'm just consulting on two different AI applications. One is using AI for mediation, and another one would be AI for personal health. So not really related. I'm on the Weissmara front, so as not to be on the dark mirror front. I'm more concerned around the developments around digital identity. Yeah, so following that one as well.
Sure, that's great. You're still working with the UN, right? As such?
No, no longer at the moment.
Okay.
I think the UN has collapsed already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is why the event will be held outside political diplomacies, outside the official channels, because I think the official channels are no longer can hold neutral conversations, which are very necessary at the moment.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, so I've just pasted that link, by the way, if you want to just take a note of that one and have a look through. I don't think you weren't there that time, right? In 2022 for this event. I think you
No,
joined.
no, I wasn't.
Yeah.
I wasn't. So I
You
will
weren't there,
have a
yeah.
look
So
at it. Yeah.
have a look through. This is just a kind of a draft because we were a little bit all over so yeah, take it as a kind of a run. Although but it was very heart touching. We really, all of us loved being, taking that forward and making this happen, because Mario had especially then instigated it from the piece One Day, film or the documentary that was there. That's what instigated us, I think, to then move forward and then create this thing, because we integrated a lot of nice music and that with it. And I think with Montreux Jazz Festival, the theme obviously being music, and I've personally experienced some great musicians there, like Pandit Ravi Shankar, one of the great maestros of India, and his daughter, and some great instrumental music, very soothing music. And that's the type of thing I can sort of visualize and think of could be great for a peace event or for something
Yeah,
there.
that's really awesome. I was actually thinking even to get some of the musicians to come and speak.
Yeah.
From and because it's under the umbrella of cultural diplomacy, so we can get musicians and including potentially spiritual leaders or religious leaders, but that we have to see how that pulls through. Yeah.
Sure. So I've got friends here who actually took part. You'll see them in this video, who took part in that event with us. It's a group called India Jiva, and I met them on last weekend only. They live close by to me actually in Sydney, and they've just launched another album on Spotify. And they do a lot of spiritual music, a lot of very nice music. So Ron and Vicky are their names, and they both had participated with us in the Wise Mirror Peace Day event, and they've got many million followers actually around the world. They'll be. I can talk to them if we can do some either special recording or some sort of thing when we collate our event potentially online.
Yeah, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. So thank you very much. I'm sorry for this short conversation, but I'll be in touch definitely. Yeah, we can all be in
Sure.
touch. Yeah.
We can talk further as we nurture it. Wonderful.
Okay, thank you, Mario, and thank you to Unit as well, and to Roz. Yeah, thank you, Anuraj.
Thanks.
Okay.
Great.
Cheers,
Wonderful
Rajendra.
meeting you.
Great.
Anuraj, do
Yeah.
you know that in May in Geneva, AI for Good is holding a summit? I shared
ITU.
on WhatsApp. Yes.
Yeah. When
Yes.
is that happening? When?
30th of May, 31st of May.
Oh,
And
okay. Okay.
ITU has also a platform for they're kind of doing what Wise Mirror wants to do, but they have a online platform of collaboration with thousands of people. And all
Yes.
their recordings are saved there. You can look in the past. There's an AI chatbot you can talk to. I think there's lots of benchmarking to do if Wise Mirror wants to
Yeah.
learn something. And also
Yes.
there's lots of collaboration potential on this. There will be free online webcasts for virtual pass holders
Mm-hmm.
for people in Geneva that day. It's going to be about 900 Swiss francs. And if you're representing a leadership in one of the presentations, panel discussions, then it'll be 4,200 Swiss francs. So I shared all that on the WhatsApp group, but mostly the WhatsApp group become too cluttered with Alan. And I don't know if we have a solution for that already.
So that's great. You reminded me of this one actually, because AI for Good, you're right. ITU has been doing some phenomenal work particularly in this area. They're a pretty big organization, and I've actually done a keynote at ITU Telecom World in almost 15 or 20 years ago now, a long time ago in Geneva itself. And I rubbed shoulders with about 4 or 5 prime ministers at that time too, who were at the event. We had VIP event for the keynote speakers, and I was very fortunate to be involved in that. And ITU had a lot of different initiatives. Obviously, AI for Good was not there at that time, but they had other things for social innovation and all that. And I gave a talk on innovation from my experience at Siemens. I just wrapped up with Siemens at that time, actually. So it was a lot of the learnings about rapid innovation, and I vividly remember that now, actually. So I've been to a few ITU events before that, when I lived in Switzerland too, and it's a very large setup, and definitely I agree. If we can get a foot in this AI for Good summit, what I might do is because now I don't have any fresh contacts or something, I can just look up here and just reach out to them. And if in case you come across some other contact there, please let me know. Anyone?
I know their leadership. I met them already 5 years ago, just like I met you.
Okay. So maybe
I'm in touch with them, but I don't think right now
yeah.
we have something to show for ourselves to talk to this guy, because these guys are making AI for Good for 5 years. If you see their platform, we have something to learn from them.
Yeah, of course we do. But I think it's more just sharing general stuff. It can work both ways. So we can share some of the wise AI, conscious AI vision on a broader sense, if that sort of helps. But I think they already seem to have a lot of depth in the work they're doing already across the board in
It would
for
be
Google.
something that for our education, it would be wonderful for us to learn what we could get to and how we could go
Yeah,
into, because their focus is good, whatever that
Yeah.
means. Our focus is
That's right.
wisdom, whatever that means. So there is no conflict of goals. We're not overlapping, but their methods are very advanced, and we could definitely benefit from learning with participating. So I think the participation for free is the first step.
Right. Yeah.
Online.
So online is also is not free right now, you're saying, right? Is that correct?
No, I say if you register for a virtual pass right now, it's free. That means
It is
you
free.
will be able to attend virtually for free. Now, I don't know if that will change in the next few days, but as of now,
Okay. Oh yeah, I can see it. You're right. Sorry. Yep. I'm just there's a general pass, the virtual pass. Okay. Yep. Perfect. Yeah, I think that makes sense for all of us to definitely register, at least whoever can make it. Sounds great. Thank you.
no problem. I gotta go, and anything else that we gotta talk, we can also talk offline. I suggest we maybe move to Slack, because WhatsApp is becoming ineffective. My humble opinion.
I agree with you.
Yeah. I think on our WhatsApp, there's just so much share there. It's
And
I don't even-
I
I
want to
don't-
get out of the group, to be quite honest, but
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
even like check it anymore.
I was
And
going to
then when
create
I do
another
look
small
on,
group.
it's like 155 somethings, you know, I'm like,
Yep.
and it's all just in a giant line. And if I look away, if I like scroll to something, I can never find my way back to where I left off.
Yeah. You're right.
So I'm also in different groups and announcements around the world, and what I see as a common thing is if a person or a group of person, if they're not contributing back to the focused outcomes or purpose, they simply are asking them to go on a different chat. I don't know if that's something that you want to follow with the current chat group. And second option will be, again, creating a new chat group and simply saying that this chat group will be only focused on the purpose or the outcomes of that year for WM. For example, 2024, we're thinking of speaking at events, we're thinking of finishing the book and release this 3 outcomes. It will be only, outcome driven.
Yeah, so I think that's what my original thinking was also around that to create a new group called Wise Mirror Core.
Yep.
And then that can be focused on this
Beautiful.
action and the more action oriented sort of thinking. And yeah, so let me just go ahead and create that group. And then we can keep this one going as it is. I have met Alan Guggen. He's an interesting guy, a good, lovely person, and have had it with him. But he's I think given his state of mind and everything, he's just set in doing what he is at the moment. But yeah, no, I think I know we've been trying to figure out a way for this thing. So the simplest thing is to just create another core group where we can have a little more contained thing, and I'll just add the people I think who are already everyone here, of course, and then others who are more, action, and as we can add and
with Alan, it's beautiful to see that he wants to be connected and he wants to contribute. That's why, like, every day he is committing time and energy. However, maybe we may, I don't know, if one of us, I can do that as well, one-on-one conversation and ask him, please do keep in mind 3 questions. How will this serve towards WM actions? Whatever I'm sharing right now, maybe we can give him 3 questions to think before he posts. But I don't know his character. You guys have met him, so let me know.
yeah, because George has had a long conversations with him. I've personally met him here in Sydney,
Mhm.
and I will continue to, yeah, we need
Yep.
to have further discussion with
Way
him.
better, way better. You
Way
guys already have a rapport with them.
Yeah. At first it was, I was probably thinking a little abrupt, but now I think after having met him, it's a lot more empathetic and understanding of what, state he's in. And he's definitely meaning very well, I think, overall. And
Yep.
he's sharing some good nuggets too. So it's just a matter of
Yep.
amongst all, there's too much things, and even when I've got so many groups and I get hundreds of things here and there, and you don't, and just like all of us, yeah, we're all overwhelmed with
The
content.
question is how AI could help us. We are in 71%
exactly.
of AGI. We should
Yeah,
be wise enough to find AI moderations so that you
Correct.
would have been asking, how do we find our AI daily digest so that we don't have to read all the messages? And not only
Correct.
on this group, it would benefit every group. So this is a question for us. It's probably not where we're identifying a name of a person in a name of a group, but this is a natural phenomena of any circumstance of any group. And
Yeah.
that's why we have humans used to do what we call moderation. Now we could
That's
have
right.
AI doing moderation. And we have to explore what are the best ways to engage AI to help on this.
Yeah. Totally. But at the same time, because we've realized that also AI at sometimes doesn't, have that same level of understanding, but it is obviously it's getting better. So I agree. We need to increasingly review that.
Okay, guys, nice talking
Okay,
to you. And
great.
I hope you
Yep.
have a beautiful week. We'll be in touch
Sure.
in a fortnight.
Likewise. Yep.
Bye-bye.
think-
Thank you.
Cheers, Maria. So yeah, what else do we guys need to talk about? I also wanted to wrap up soon, actually, because I have to leave in 5 minutes somewhere. So I'll create a new group, Gillies, and then
Okay.
we'll go with that. And I'll
Yeah, I
mention
mean,
this group. Yeah.
I think you shared it about CES. There is this mirror that's very similar to us. How come
Yep.
we're not there? Maybe we gotta focus on outcomes.
Yeah. No, totally.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Awesome. Thank you so much, guys.
Great. Thank you very much. Cheers, Ross.
Bye-bye.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Ciao.
Bye. Ciao.